Chudang Soki Chonam La Chanchu Pardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chinyen Gipe Sunam Gi Jola Penchir Sangye Druparsho Chudang Soki Chonam La Chanchu Pardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chinyen Gipe Sunam Ki Jola Penchir Sangye Druparsho Chudang Soki Chonam La Chanchu Pardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chinyen Gipe Sunam Ki Jola Penchir Sangye Druparsho. So I'd like to introduce Igor Surjuk from Ukraine. He's building the Vancouver branch of our college in 6 years. But he doesn't know it.
That's cool.
Okay. Yeah, much better than Arizona. And he's here with his family. I hope you bring your wife one day, okay? You can keep the kids out there. Chinzo offered to babysit. There's a nice room right here. They can stay there, okay? If it's convenient for you. Yes, удобно. Okay, go. Tang Tang's on the phone with our main sponsor, Dr. Wu, who's in China, who built this building. And he's doing a book. You want to describe the book to Igor?
Yeah, I will try.
Okay.
So this book is directly spoken by our Lord Buddha, and it's a book of a list of karma correlations. So we think it's very helpful for modern people because instead of a very vague impression of what is karma and karma correlations, they know what to do and what the result of their actions, including their thoughts, their speech, and their actions. So for modern people, it's very useful guide for them to how they lead their life to a happy place. Yeah.
Wow, that's a. We should have written that down.
Yeah, I saw Kelly typing fast.
Okay, so each translator, the first thing they do is they give us homework. These guys are too lazy to do homework at night, so they do homework when they come in the morning. Right?
That's exactly right.
It's exactly correct. Okay, go.
Okay. So first the three.
Oh, is Dr. Wu on the phone?
Not yet, but he.
When he comes on, tell us and we'll thank him again. Okay, all right.
First the three Tibetan words.
Merit.
No.
Oh.
Tricky.
Oh, that's right.
Tricky. She's tricking you. There's a very common word, sunam, which means the first half is spelled the same, and it means good deeds.
Good deeds.
But you're tricking them. This is sunyom. Come on, $100. I'm not offering any money.
Go to ask for food.
Yeah, say it louder, say louder. This is the Ukrainians' day. Come on, louder.
Go to ask for food.
Yeah, it's when the monks or nuns go to ask for food. Yeah.
And the second.
Rinpoche didn't like to say begging. He doesn't like the word. He said, don't call begging ball. This is wisdom ball. He doesn't like to say begging. But bhikshu in Sanskrit means beggar. Anyway. Okay.
Medicine for your life.
Medicine.
Yeah, medicine.
Yeah.
And the third person.
Yay, and incense salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what these guys are going to do in their yoga studios.
That's right.
3 people build yoga studios.
Yeah, 3 people in this class.
In the process.
Him, and him.
Strange.
Yeah.
It all
You can go do yoga anywhere.
In Tibet.
What's the metaphor that Buddha used in the last class to illustrate the power of karma?
You got him, you got him.
Does he ever not speak in metaphor?
One bird.
Yeah. I can't remember. Nobody remembers.
about
An elephant?
The tip is like superhero.
Superhero.
The tip. The hint, sorry, the hint.
Oh, the hint is about superheroes.
Spider-Man.
No, Thor. Thor? Yeah, Thor.
Did he
Thor.
mention the
He
fun
mentioned-
Lord of Ascal's direction?
Yes. Okay, moving on.
Yeah,
Wait, what was it? I don't know.
Tell us the answer.
Thor, yeah.
Oh, Thor.
Yeah.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Everybody's like, okay.
Explain for Ida.
Yeah. So the Buddha said in a verse to wrap up the karma correlation he just described, and then he said the power of karma is so strong, like the vajra, the diamond on the tip of the lightning. So no matter how powerful you are in the world, like how high your position is, karma is able to make you stronger.
Wow.
Nice.
Good question.
And that's why lightning can break a tree. Because suppose it has a diamond on the top. They think it has a diamond on the... What do you call it? Grom? No. Huh? Molnia. Forget it.
And second question is, what are you going to experience if you delay making offerings to some holy objects? But later you complete the offerings. So what is this karma? Like what is?
You become a holy person without food.
Your tax return will come back late.
What is this karma? Do you remember?
Or not at all.
The karma, the name of this karma.
Oh, the name.
Sheesh. Hard homework.
Yeah, no, it's a tricky one. It's a good question.
It's tough today.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just guessing.
I sounds.
No, it's right.
I think
Sorry, I
that's it.
didn't
What is that?
Pendewalu Midewa.
Yeah, happy mind but unhappy body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I think in the modern context that not that it takes you long to make yourself fat, but it's hard to make money, right? In the modern
It doesn't come.
context.
It doesn't come quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Tang Tang's like writing life tools over here.
Okay.
Wow.
And the third is, what's the karma of being happy both in the mind and in the body?
Which is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think he's right. That's what it was.
Yeah. But,
To a Buddha and his disciple.
yeah.
Okay, that was one example. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I
Yeah.
tried.
Had a headache for 80 years.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Is it any kind of offering? Or
I think what Tang Tang's saying is probably correct. Is the power of the object. If the person is a very special person.
Cool. You took the plane, boss.
Good? Finished?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Good homework. You spent some time on it. Do I have a new version? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Not for this class. It has a new date on it. Maybe I'll send it to you. Oops. Yeah. Yum Tong. Latest Dr. Wu text. I gotta take this internet home.
Yeah. Me too.
I have to take this internet home with me. Mine's like the mouse runs mine. Yeah, that's the problem.
Very sad.
the version word has dark theme.
I had to do something else. What was that? Oh, I have to put the.
Yeah, but it didn't change the. Thank you.
Okay, just to review where we are, what kind of karma do you have to have unhealthy body and unhappy mind? Okay, so we have the fourth combination, right? Did we do this one? Yeah. This is when, for example, a person who has not seen emptiness directly, hasn't done good karma, and they have trouble getting things for their family and clothing and food, and they have to run around to other people's house to try to get help, okay? And that's where we stopped. And here we go. Oh, I know, excuse me, one more thing. Okay, here we go. Oh, he's got the plane. Nick has the plane? Oh, I'm sorry, one more interruption.
Yeah.
I'd like to introduce from Singapore the two amazing ladies, Kelly and Jean. Yeah. And Xiaoping's going to tell you your job.
To do three things, come up with three things. First is to have a catchy name and also a photo, a beautiful photo. And the second is that the information should be authentic, come from the classics. And the third one is that it should be relevant that people can use in their life.
Yeah, so their job is they are from the teacher training class, and they are visiting this morning. And they're supposed to listen to one class, and what information comes up, we don't know. It will just come up. Some information will come up. Then they have to make something that a business person can use. But if they're lucky, there'll be something good. If they're not lucky, there won't be anything good, and they have to. Yeah, okay, let's see. I think this one's going to be hard. How to be miserable and how to be unhappy. How to be sick and how to be unhappy together. So you have to make a life tool. Okay, go. This should be lupa, I think. Okay.
Lupa.
Yeah.
Lupa.
We'll check the Sanskrit. Shuwa.
Yamba. La su pai. Nam ki. Yong su si. Shir. Sing. Jing. Kang. La. Me. Ha.
Arbus.
Me. Tang. Draw.
So.
Draw. Tabutate. Kang sa. Ti. Ni. Lu. Kyang. Ni. Te. La. Sen. Kyang. Ni. Te. Wa. In. No.
Nice. Chinese Y is more like E, but Tibetan Y is more like Yi. Yino. Yeah. So don't say Ino. Say Yino. Yeah. This Chinese Y is more like In. Okay. All right. Okay. Ditate. J means what do you call it? Leprosy. Where your skin starts to fall off and your fingers fall off. Okay. And it's a dangerous word because it's very similar to the word for beautiful. If you add an S, it means beautiful. So be careful. Okay. You might call someone beautiful when they have leprosy, and you might call someone a leper who's beautiful. Okay. Lupa. Lu generally means in scripture means to spit up, to cough up things, and it's kind of pneumonia or something. It was misspelled in the text, which is nasty. But we have a Sanskrit version of this book, so we can always go to that. Rim means catchy diseases, contagious diseases, okay, and specifically major plague, okay. But it can be like flu. that spreads. Shua means any kind of disease where you get pox like measles or smallpox or chicken pox. You get marks on your face and things like that. Okay. Yen means some kind of like a poison ivy or rash, like it's all red and you're itchy all the time. Okay. Etc. These kind of sicknesses. Yongsu sir. Sir is an interesting word. It means to squeeze something like when you're making bread, you sirwa the dough. Okay. It can also, when you have a good sponsor, you sirwa. Okay. Squeeze them, get the money out. And here it means tormented by. You are. These diseases will make you suffer, okay? Give you suffering. They will press on you, okay? It also means, by the way, to sear a poop out. Okay. Okay. I'm just, yeah. Okay. Then if you get the zay, maybe kanglang mepa.
You might lose a hand or a leg.
Yeah. And even mikdang tao.
Eye.
You might lose your eyes. Okay. Dag yute. Then this is the wrap up. What's that, Tang Tang? This is the wrap up.
So
This person, lu mide, sem mide.
miserable and
Yeah, good. And body is also sick. Sick and unhappy. Body sick, mind unhappy. Okay. Lu mide. What's the kyang kyang?
both in.
Yeah, both this and that. Yeah, nice. You're on a roll today. You must have had a lot of coffee. Okay, go.
Kela kang sa le kang tang. Den na. Nam sung nam su ki kyang su zang xin.
Wait, you got the, who's got the plane?
I got it.
She shing when she,
Sanskrit.
she shing when she should have shing.
Xing, zay, la, lu, nu, xing,
Shing.
xing, du,
Dok.
Mm,
So when
dok.
it has the letter before the D, it is an English D.
okay.
Dok.
dok, dok,
And this letter pre-nasal. So,
Dong.
dok.
dok,
Yeah, dok.
dok, dok, sir, la, me, du, jing, da, na, ga, war, giver, giver, wei, lei, yu, te, kanshana.
Good. Yeah, all of them have dekanshana, which means,
You might ask.
you know, yeah, you want to know specifically what kind of karma you need to do to get to that. And so the first he'll say a principle, and then somebody will come and ask a question. Well, what do I have to do, or what happens? And then he'll answer the question. So it's we call in English a rhetorical question. He asks the question himself. He answers the question himself. So how do you get in trouble in the Trinitarian class? I'll tell you. Okay, Kansa le kandan dana. What's that mean?
One of the karmas.
It starts a question.
Karma makes you a person.
Yeah, what kind of karma does a person have to have? Okay, what kind of karma does a person have to get in the Ngenso?
Born in
Born in the lower realms.
Yeah, one of the three lower realms, which are
Hell.
hell,
Preta.
Animal.
yeah, ghosts and animals. Kyang, but suksang.
Have
Don't
a
have a
beautiful
nice body there.
They look beautiful. Okay,
It's a giraffe.
like Juru,
Jaru.
his dog.
Jaru.
Okay, it's very beautiful, but it's a dog. Okay, okay. Zela, Num means oil,
Yeah.
and Num means you have a good complexion. It's not like Geshe like Michael. Like your skin is nice, okay, soft, and well oiled, okay. And Dok Serwa means
Nice color.
you have a sparkly compression. Serwa means like stars, sparkly. You use those sparkles that the girls use?
Glitter.
Yeah. Nah.
Instagram sparkles.
Now, this Duke is trouble. Who can tell me why?
Because it
Because it
doesn't
could
mean
mean
suffering.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
big
suffering.
poison.
It means beautiful. Okay.
That's
So-
funny.
That's trouble.
Yeah, so you're gonna have trouble on this one. Okay. Dungel, same spelling, is the most important word in Buddhism, dukkha, suffering. But duk by itself means beautiful. So and ngel means to get tired. So maybe dungel means the beauty got tired or something. I don't know.
Beauty right now.
Yeah. So anyway, mik to duk means what?
To see you is beautiful?
Yeah, people like you look beautiful to other people's eyes. And dana de gawa.
And then
They
they have
look at you and get happy.
Yeah, when they look at you, they feel happy. When I look at his dog, I feel happy. You know, but his dog would rather be a human, right? Gawa gyo. Lei yote, there is a karma like that. When if you ask me what it is, well, here's your answer. Okay, go.
Kang sa kang tu cha
Whoa, who's got the plane?
sa
Go ahead. Gang sa kam de.
tu cha lei ju wei ngang su
Su.
su ngang
Ngempa.
nghiêm bà thằng đến pa thế ni ngang
Ngem.
nghiêm xuống nên
Nam.
nam sự kế để bên mà cha thằng lấy dấu thằng chế
Cha.
cha sha vi khát thằng
Cha.
cha kha ra na da pa thằng cứu và
More.
ngựa và là sư pa da hu te
Nice. Okay, good. So it would be a person who has bad habits. Ngongtung Ngemba. Okay, they have bad habits because they have desire. So maybe they smoke, maybe they drink, maybe they watch pornography, something like that. And because they have those, they are born into one of the three lower realms. Okay. He didn't say what's the good karma they did. Okay, so you know. By the way, there's parts of this book which are so old that you feel like something's missing, or you know, it's messed up a little bit. And towards the end, it gets worse. And okay, this book is almost 3,000 years old. So, and it was copied by hand. So, we're lucky to have it. Perna maja.
Like a peacock.
Yeah, that's Seiji's word. Okay, peacocks have these beautiful feathers, but they have a terrible life. Netzo means parrot. Parrot, like a brightly colored parrot. They're the birds that talk. Good morning. How are you? Cha sharika. I didn't know what that is.
Shariputara.
No, when you start a word with cha, it usually means the bird whose name is. Okay, so usually they'll say cha and then they'll say the name of the bird. So
The sharika bird.
the sharika bird, I went and found it in Monier Williams. It's the turd bird.
The one that eats
No, it's a kind of blackbird, but it has a bright orange beak, so it's kind of pretty. Okay, and
Karanada.
Karanadapa,
Karanada.
I couldn't find it. I assume this is cha.
Yeah.
The bird, the Karanadapa bird. But we need to check the Sanskrit. We got to check the Sanskrit. Okay. By the way, just search it for K-A. Oh, I did actually. You can search the PDF for K-A-R-A-N. You see?
A-R.
A-N.
I was looking for.
Or you can search it for N-A-D-A. Or you see, you can go any piece of the word.
I was looking for halapin, which is maja.
Uh,
Long A. I'm trying to see how they make long A's. And
Meyer is Maja.
Yeah.
oh, that's
Look for M-A-Y-U. But it might be a long A, and it's gonna mess you up. Okay.
Okay, sure. It might be color to a funny indecision.
Oh, it could be anything. I mean, I tried for a while and I quit. I said, let's just look up the Sanskrit. We have the Sanskrit. But Tibetans spell Sanskrit terrible. So it could have 3 mistakes in it. And so I'm not going to spend my time. I'll go look at the Sanskrit. Ngorwa is an important word in Ngormik, and Jigme is going to tell me why. Ngormik. Anybody?
no meek.
The Tibetan word for the saffron robes
All right, yellow duck.
is duck robes, because there's a duck in Tibet that has a golden chest that looks just like the correct color of robes. So oftentimes when they refer to Tsongkhapa or something, like in the Lama Chupa, they'll say he's got his duck robes on, but it means this beautiful golden color, which that duck is the only one that has exactly that color in Tibet. So very beautiful color, very beautiful saffron color, but it's very, very common. Ngormik, the color of the duck, the golden robes. When you translate it, it's probably better to say golden robes than Ngormik duck robes. Okay, etc. Okay, so it seems like they're all birds.
Right.
So that gives us a clue. Like, this one should be a bird.
Right.
Okay, and this is probably misspelled, all right? So when you're dealing with a very old text, you have to open up your mind and look for clues like that. 3 of them are birds, so maybe this is a bird.
Might be another clue in the Sanskrit.
Do you think it's from there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Just from Peacock.
I saw something about that, but I said
No, I don't think it
the
is.
word hell appearing there.
I don't think that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Look for color like that.
Good luck.
Okay.
All right. By the way, I didn't put in the Roman numerals. That's Levy.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Just,
If you figure out what word he's using for bird, we've
I
probably used it a few
know.
times in
Uh,
the
I know what you mean.
I would look up Meyer. But anyway,
I
okay.
did.
Oh, Mayu. Okay, anyway, here we go. Go.
ทีนี้ทั้งสะเลยทั้งเด่นเงินสูใน
Kramer.
คีแคมสุดสังชิงเจละลุนูชิงดุดกเสวามิดุจิงตะนะกะ
Good. Ga.
วา
War.
คิว
Gyuro.
คิว
Yeah.
เบา
He just repeated word for word the sentence from 2 sentences ago. Okay? This is the karma you have to do to be born in the lower realms and have a beautiful body and be good looking and have a nicely oiled complexion and a sparkly complexion and nice to look at, and when people see you they're happy. So this is where the text starts to get a little messy. It looks like it's been through the hands of someone who messed it up. Okay, because we just had that 2 sentences ago, and it's not Buddha's style to repeat himself. In fact, it's not allowed in Buddhism. So it's you start to feel like the text is what do you call it? Degenerating. Okay. But still, we'll go through it. Okay, go. Generally speaking, Buddhist texts are very well preserved. Like, it's unbelievable. For 2,500 years, it's incredible. But sometimes you get some problems. Okay, go.
เทลาขังสักเลยขังทังเด่นเด้งสูงทุเคละจบมีสังชิงลุจุผาตะนะมิดุวะอัปปะเกี่ยวไปเวเลยยูเดคังชนะ
Good.
We have to start correcting the tones.
Yeah, we have to start picking it up for something else. De la casa le candadena. What's that mean? You just had it.
What
and
kind of karma does it?
nice. What kind of karma do you have to do to? Here we come. Yeah, you go to the Ngensongs, and your dok is misang.
Yeah, a non-pleasing complexion.
Yeah, your coloration is unpleasing. Your lu is soup. You have soup in one of the 4 non-virtues of speech.
Yeah, tiktu, harsh.
Harsh. Yeah, like Gesla skin. Your skin is rough.
Barky.
Bark. Okay. Siktup, not noom. You know, not nicely oiled. Okay. And you are midu.
You're not nice to look at.
Yeah, good. You're ugly. You're ugly. Okay. So what kind of karma you got to do to go to the 3 lower realms and be ugly? Okay. Here we go. Go. So probably there's going to be some life chill about split karmas. You know, like you get the boyfriend, but he's selfish because you had the bad motivation when you went to the nursing home. You see, something like that. Okay, here we go.
Lame birds.
Kang sa te ni she tao lei ju wei lang zu ngang padang den pei ngang su nang su
Nam su give.
nam su ke pat day
Nice.
ti da day
Yeah, there's Singapore.
Singadang. Singadang.
That's the word for Singapore.
Da dang. J ro ja ro dang. Wa dang. J mo dang.
Good.
Dru na po dang. I fa.
Yi. Yeah, yi.
Always silent.
Yi
forever,
down.
so
Yeah.
that's good news.
Sha she la.
Shasa.
Shasala supada bo sopada babuo
Yeah, on these P's say pa. Because pa changes the meaning. Yeah, okay. Pa is a different word. Okay, this is pa. Okay. Kaza Dani, Shedang Lei Jingwing Enso. He has bad habits, but they come from anger. So because this is parallel, we can go back to the other one and say he was like a party animal. Like he made people feel happy, but he hurt them. And so he got a good color. You know, he's a pretty bird, but he's a bird. You see what I mean? And this one has bad habits, but he makes people miserable. Okay, so he's got double bad karma. The other one was like, hey, let's go have a party, you know. It makes you feel happy, but it makes you suffer later. Okay.
Hangover.
Yeah, hangover. When is that? Okay, go. All right. You're born in the lower realms. And you become something like here's a list. Sangye.
Lion.
What's the Sanskrit?
Sinha.
Sinha. And that's where Singapore comes from. Pur means city. And Sinha means, here's your hometown name. Okay, the Tibetan version, Sengye.
It's interesting that they see lions as ugly.
I think maybe it just means cruel looking or something. That the whole list here is cruel animal.
And you're
I don't know. I think it just means like yeah, dark tiger. Who said that? Synapse go. Okay. Charok means crow. Nice.
Fox.
Wa is the only Tibetan word that uses wa. You know, Tibetan has 28 letters, and one of them only gets in one word normally, and it's fox. Okay. He had a fox in tree retreat. I raised a lot of money with this fox because he would feed it by hand. She would come and talk to
She
him.
came every single day.
I have the video of it. Anyway.
Little girl.
Okay, Temo means a bear. And don't think it's feminine, okay? The mo is not feminine. It just means a generic bear. Okay. It can also mean a yeti. Abominable snowman. Those white gorillas in the snow mountains that are legendary. We don't know if they really exist. Okay. But sometimes it means abominable
Abominable snowman.
Okay, anyway.
Rip.
What's drool nakpo?
Black snake.
Yeah, now be aware that drools and trools are 90% of the time they mix them up. Okay, drool is what?
Adam?
Emanation. Like chuku
True.
is S-P-R-U-L, and drool, meaning snake, is S-B-R-U-L. In every text that has snakes used as examples of ropes, you see what I mean, ropes and snakes, they'll concentrate drool. So because it's tiny, it's S-P-R-U-L all in one stack.
Yeah.
So you can't see it very well. So people always mix them up. So just be aware, and when you see a drool, mix it with drool. When you see a drool, mix it with drool. See what makes sense. Here it's correct, a black snake. And that's a specific snake. We got to look it up in the Sanskrit, but it's probably a cobra or something. It's some kind of nasty snake. It's not just in a generic black snake, okay?
Do you have any idea what snake in Sanskrit probably is here?
Yeah. You could look up preta.
But that comes up so many times.
Not that often. Next to pishatsa, which is shasa.
Singha.
So the long A.
Yeah, look up Singha. SIM.HA. So anyway, we're trying to correlate the Sanskrit, but it's messy because the Sanskrit is not exact. It got changed. There's two versions of this sutra in the canon, which is very unusual because they were so different. Okay, so Yidak, preta. Shatsa means pishatsa means meat eater, and it's a kind of preta. Okay, so sometimes bardo beings are called shasa also. So be careful with that. Okay, all right, different thing. So apparently, because of your anger, you became one of these angry animals who's violent, and you got to the lower realms. Okay. By the way, it's mixed up two kinds of lower realms here, which are
Hell beings.
no, animals and pretas. Yeah, animals and pretas. Okay, all right. Okay. Go. I'm gonna let you skip this one. He just repeats the first paragraph. That's the kind of karma you have to go to the three lower realms and be a bad color and have skin like Geshe-la, and people don't like to look at you. Okay, he just repeats it, which again it seems to indicate that the content is less than the repeating the beginning and the end. You see what I mean? And it doesn't feel comfortable. It's not something the Buddha would do. Somebody has messed with the text, probably. I'm guessing. Okay, how you present it, if the word's exactly the same as the beginning, you can say, well, that's the kind of karma we're talking about here. Or you don't have to. People, when they translate sutras, sometimes they translate these repetitions, and then people don't want to read it. I remember when I was in college, I read some sutras like that, and you don't want to read it because it just seems boring. They're repeating the whole paragraph word for word. So we have to find ways to make sure the text keeps moving, okay, without corrupting the text. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Kang sa lei kang tang den nen su nang
This is going to be a very useful one.
nang su
Mr. Wu's going to make a whole business out of it.
mei j wang ho tri na wa yu wa yu they consider.
Can you raise the curtain just for a few minutes? I want Igor to see our view. This is one of the most famous views in America, outside. We're lucky because our building is facing, it's one of the most famous mountains in America. It's like Grand Canyon.
Turn off the lights. If you turn the lights on, you can see all just for a second.
Set the moon.
It's easier to see.
No, 6 million people come here every year just to see this mountain. These mountains. They're red mountains. This one looks just like a stupa. It's called Bell Mountain. You know. Anyway, it's an amazing view. It's probably they'll build a hotel next to us.
Block our view. There's
Yeah.
a rule. They can't-
There's a rule and they got out of it somehow. Somebody paid somebody. Okay, lights on. Let's go. Anyway, it's a famous view in America. It's the Red Rocks. Vajirgini. Jinkan Yujammo. Okay. What kind of karma do you have to do to go to the Ngensong, right? And your tongue power, Chingawa. Stinky. You got bad breath. Okay. Okay, like you have super bad breath. You know, I'm just thinking I should have a mint. Maybe the Singaporeans are thinking about it right now. I don't know. Okay, it's that coffee breath. Okay. So what's, you know, some people just have it and it's really distracting, right? To put it politely. So I know Dr. Wu's going to make a business out of this one, right?
Those of us who drink tea.
He'll have these boxes and he'll say, don't do this karma. Okay, here we go. Here's this. Maybe one of the students had bad breath, I don't know. Okay. Go.
Khảo sát thế nghĩ tít mũ lấy chú
That's your one.
quế ngắm chú nhìn hoạt động nhìn hoạt động tên thấy nhìn xuống nắm xuống chế cái phản tế.
I'm going to split this one to make it easier, which is a good rule when you're translating. It makes it easier for your readers. My Russian teacher taught me that. Like, you got to split. It's called divide and conquer. Split the text. Keep splitting it. Make it short pieces. It's easier for everybody. And this is a parallelism, which if you can explain it to me, you make $100. This is how I get their attention. They're like, what? They wake up suddenly. $100. Tell me the parallelism.
Maybe he's just following the format he's been following for a while. And I don't understand what parallelism.
That's why it's $100.
Be late, yeah.
Well, he's talking about. Oh, it's the three things in the Wheel of Life.
He's the most expensive student. So there is a pattern. There is, you know, he's going through a pattern. What's the pattern? Explain it better. I mean, you're up to $50.
So what? So in the Wheel of Life, there's concentric circles, and the center circle describes the three main afflictions that a person has: ignorance, desire, and anger of an ignorant variety. And so in the text, we've just gone through what an individual, when he has desire, and when he has anger, and when he has ignorance, respectively, and goes so low around, what happens to them.
I'm looking for the bad habit part. Bad habit because of desire. Bad habit because of anger. And now we got to bad habit because of ignorance. So what's the three animals?
Pigeon.
Pigeon.
Then the snake.
Snake.
Then the
Pig. Yeah, there's a pattern. There's a pattern here. You got to see it. He's going through the wheel of life. Okay. He's going to the middle of the wheel of life. Okay.
Did he mention, Chuck? I'm just curious.
Yeah, that was the first
Yeah, he did.
mention it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'll prove it to you.
I can see it.
Right here.
Chuck. Oh,
Bad habits that come from desire. bad habits that come
Just
from
below the cursor.
Shadow.
You're right there.
anger,
Yeah.
and then bad habits that come from timug. And this is the rare word for ignorance, which is only used for the three animals. Normally only used for the three animals. It's also used elsewhere, but most commonly with the three animals. They don't call it marikpa.
Is it called dullness?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Because that's already used in the wheel of life?
Damn. Yeah, it's already used for the first link. So let's call the pig timuk. Okay? Which means dark ignorance.
Yeah.
Okay? Mukba means fog.
Guess you left her was translating it as laziness for some reason.
Nah.
Doesn't that mean dullness sometimes or something?
It can mean dull, yeah.
Is there some place where is there a commentary where that came up? Or
No, I don't
they
think
said
so.
specifically that's why we use one another?
Yeah, no, there are commentaries which explain the difference between marikpa and timug, and there's another one. Okay, here we go. Mongba.
Moma.
We had that. We talked about it.
Can we say like a synonym?
Saying, can we what?
Synonym.
Timok and
Timok
Marikpa.
and Marikpa.
Exactly equal.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. When Yanlak Tambur Gyurpi Marikpa, that's a different thing. Ignorance or misunderstanding functioning as the first link. Then that becomes a more specific ignorance, right? Okay. In general, they are completely equal. They have different connotations. Mukpa is more darkness. Marikpa is more lack of understanding. You see what I mean? And then Mongba, which is another one, means confused. So they all have their own flavor, but they all mean to think that the pen's coming from the pen. All three mean that, but with a different flavor. Okay. Okay. Go.
D da de just
So
so cha
This is cleaning day in the parking lot. I'm sorry.
su da ri tang ring
Simbu.
sing pu tang dru tang shi tang dren drunk
tongue.
drama
Yeah.
tang mang kun la su sư padang lu la ring pu ri ni su yu pada pu de ti ni tang sa le tang tang den na yen su nam nem su ke ne j wang po Jui na Xin Wang Po Xin Wang Po Li Sao War Gyur Pei Lei
Gyur
So
Nice prenasal and Gyur. You did a good job on that. She actually learns things. Okay.
My anger.
Keep that day. So what happens if you do bad things, not out of desire, not so much out of anger, but because you just don't understand the pen? Okay, all right. So then what's the common karmic result? You'll be born as animals. The animal Sokchak means life has formed. But it's a synonym in scripture for Simchin. But in modern colloquial Tibetan, it refers to non-human animals. Okay, Sokchat. Yeah. The word in modern Tibetan spoken for animal is Sokchat. Okay. In scripture, it just means any living being. Okay. Except here, it's meaning an animal. Okay. I had to look this one up. Chuchundara. I found this one. Muskrat. Okay, so some kind of rat.
I think I found Karnapada.
Oh, you did? Karanadapa.
Karnadapa, it's a drake.
Good.
What's a drake?
It's a type of bird.
Oh.
It's like a. It's like.
It's a male duck.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it means the boy duck.
Okay.
I saw a wild duck.
All right.
Guess I think I found where we are in this.
Cool. Okay. Well, this will be unique This one will be unique, Chuchundar or Chuchundara. But it's going to be C or CH. It's going to be messed up. Okay, anyway, you're born as a muskrat, a rat, or you're born as a worm, Simbu, or you're born as a snake, Jewel,
Not a black one.
or you're born as a sheik. If you've ever been to India to study, you know all about sheiks.
A bed bug.
Bed bug, okay.
Wear something on.
Okay, if you want to learn Tibetan well, it's going to cost you bed bugs, and it's terrible.
They handled it like
They crawl all over you for months. In my special room, when I started to study in India, there's a special sheik, and you feel them at night. They crawl all over you. Then when you wake up in the morning, they're on the wall, and they're about this big, and they're filled with your blood. And they're all big and red, and they just sit there and digest, and then you're like, anyway, you can meet them. All of history, people have had sheiks, except for modern times. Like, we're really lucky. They drove people crazy in every country. Okay, Jangma's bees, okay, Jangma's bees. I couldn't find monk when I need the Sanskrit. I've heard it before, I think, but I couldn't find it.
Monk.
Okay. No, it's an animal. It's some animal. And it's probably misspelled. It's Madakuna or something. I don't know. But if I have the Sanskrit, I can find it. Okay. La Sopa. Or you can get the 20 kinds of simbus inside your body, parasite worms. Okay.
As a human?
Yeah, sounds like, yeah. Then he changes the formula at the end, right? Usually he repeats what he said in the beginning. This is what kind of karma you have to do, and this is what kind of body you're going to get. But he adds something, okay? And I'm not going to offer any money because it's too obvious. Dini kasale kandandena. This is the karma you have to do to Ngenson Namsuke, to be born in the lower realms and have a bad smell in your tongue, okay? Or I guess it means if you're born as a human. And Wambo Misawa, here's the added one.
Unclear faculties.
Yeah, your faculties are not clear. Either your eyes and ears or your mental faculty is defective.
It seems like these lists of animals, with the exception of the ones that were pretty, they don't necessarily match up to these descriptions. Like, these are not like animals with famously bad breath.
Yeah, I just wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing either you're born as that animal or you're born as a human with bad breath.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing. Some dogs have bad breath. Okay.
Giraffes have.
I've never met one.
I'm going to change something here. Okay, let's go. Big change in subject, huge change in subject. Okay. And Tung's going to tell us. By the way, what's this number? Who can tell Igor what's the number?
That is a lot of pages into this text. That is A, so it's the front side of page 479, as opposed to 479B, which would be the back side of a page like this. So you turn 479A is 479 in the pile, front side.
Yeah, so in our translation, we're going to do 108 translations immediately. And each one will have the original page number in it. So if you think we're wrong, you can go look at it. You see what I mean? You can go to the book. Have we done 479 pages?
Not at all.
No, so in the scriptures, there might be there's an average of 5 books per volume. So one big volume has 5 books inside. So maybe this book started on 450 or something. Okay, something like that.
The A front side and back side, so it reads down A and then go the other way up.
Yeah, you do. It's upside down, and when you turn it, it's right side up.
So then you go backwards. this way.
No, one at a time. You read here, and then here, and then here,
Okay.
and then here.
So
Yeah,
you finish-
but if you went like this, if you turned it like this, the second page would be upside down.
Right.
But people go like this, so it's right side up.
And they have these cool little things that hold the pages, so you can have one turned up, so you can like read down.
Now I'll tell you an interesting problem, which came up in somebody's text. I forget whose text. I think it was Ben's text. Don't forget that the two sides of the page are printed from separate blocks.
Right. Oh, yeah, that was his.
So sometimes people get the wrong block on the back. And there's no page number on the back block.
Yeah.
Okay, the page number's on the front block. So it can make you crazy. Like his text, I'm sitting there going, I spent like an hour on it, and then I'm like, oh, I said a poetic word. And then I realized they printed the wrong block on the wrong front page. The wrong back page on the wrong front page. Which is really exciting. Okay.
By the way, guys, we're out of time. We're over.
Okay. Just do this piece. Migewe.
Migewe lei ki lam ju de ju kashina.
Somebody tell me what's going on. New subject.
10 paths of badness?
Negative karma.
Yeah, what are the 10 bad deeds? Now we're going to go to a pretty detailed discussion of the classic 10 bad deeds. Okay, and here's the mother source of all. It's in DCI level 1, right? But here's the mother source, almost 3,000 years ago. Here's the mother source, here's where they came from, okay? And it's the Buddha talking. Pretty good source. Okay? Now, as you know, there's a difference between lei and lei ki lam. $50.
4 steps. Whichever one's like Shisaka Jowa Tartu.
Let's explain it in more detail.
So, to make a karma more powerful, in DCI we teach the 4 steps, and it originates in the Abhidharma Kosha.
No, it originates here.
Oh, true, yeah. It originates in Sutra. It's typically taught in Tibet as Shi Sampa Jowa Tartu. So should I go through them?
No, but what's the difference?
Oh, if you make a path of karma,
Good.
it's gonna
Path of karma as opposed to a?
just a regular karmic seed. So you can plant a seed, you can create a karma by doing something, or you can plant a seed, make a karma by doing something with all 4 steps present. Or
Good.
yeah,
And that's called a
path of karma.
path of karma as opposed to
Karma.
Okay? So he's offering to teach you the 10 paths of karma, not the 10 karmas.
Dasha karma marga. Which is find it here.
Yeah, Dasha Karma Marga. More detail. Complete karma. Okay? The more intentional it is, the more you own it afterwards, the more you prepare the object. Then it becomes a karmic path. And here's the source. Karma Marga. Okay, cool. All right. Puki Jushi Metota Vira Mingshi Hinde Genpani Sangye Shindu Mikde Uargi Joku Namda Shingla Chiparsho Idam Kuru Ratna Mandala Kanyatayami Di Kewo Kun Sanam Yeshe Tsotsok Shing Sanam Yeshe Le Chongwei Taba Kuni Tobar Cho. By the way, I cleaned up the list of the 108 books that we want to translate. It'll look like this when we're done. Can you get the book on the counter in that room? There's 2 books. There's 2 of Sugeng's books. The first 2 books are already out. I cleaned it up, and I'm asking the secondary translators, okay, like people like Ina, translate the list. And then we're gonna, so this is what the first 2 books look like. This is the commentary to the Heart Sutra and the commentary to the Diamond Cutter Sutra. And if you're a special sponsor that gives some money every year to these guys, we put a diamond in the back of the book for you. Okay, so you can look at it. So we printed the first 2 books. These are samples of the first 2 books. But it'll be a set of 108 books, and we'll print them in Singapore because it'll have Chinese in it also. And Stanley and Allison are almost done with these 2 books in Chinese. Oh, money, baby. Okay, so we'll print the English for English-speaking countries, which is Australia, England, Canada, and America. We'll print them here, and then the Chinese and English will print in Singapore. Okay, just before we build the college branch there. Understand? So you have some work to do. Okay, bye. Oh, by the way, he also does the 4 flowers here. Okay, all right. Just to get you excited. Yeah.